But as you can see here, he's working on his...
In the lead-in to one of the most talked-about bouts of the year, the atmosphere in the gym was electric. The upcoming showdown between Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis has stirred the boxing world, not just for the mismatch in size and weight, but for the spectacle it promises. Into that swirling mix came Terence Crawford, a boxer whose reputation and experience resonate in every corner of the sport, and his alleged decision to visit, observe, and even train alongside.
Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if he want to dare to be great, he can be like all the other fighters that's moving up 2 weight classes, and, daring to be great.
You would fight him.
Man, tell him to come up there.
He got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin, so tell him to come and touch him.
Wow. Man. Gervonta said you got a glass.
He said I got a glass chin. Tell him to come and touch him.
Got 147?
At 147. I'll make 147.
Ooh, see, oh man.
You're gonna have a pre-camp.
Then what the people gonna say? Oh, he's beating up on little guys.
Alongside Davis in camp adds a fresh dimension to the story. While full verification of that training partnership hasn't surfaced in a public record, the mere possibility invites a wealth of analysis. Why would Crawford do it? What benefit might Davis draw from it? How does this reflect on the Paul Davis fight, and what do we glean from Crawford's broader perspective on the matchup? Let's explore. Imagine the scene: Crawford, fresh from his own high-level preparations, stepping into Davis's camp.
Gervonta Davis is working on his versatility. We already know he has that ultimate equalizer, that special God-gifted one-punch knockout power. But he also can box. Gervonta Davis, he's very durable, has a chin, never seen him visibly hurt. Gervonta Davis also has great footwork, and foot placement. And here you see Gervonta Davis' only shortcoming, pun intended, is his height. He's 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. But as you can see here, he's working on his versatility. He's now working on fighting orthodox. He's naturally a southpaw. Now he's working on fighting.
The cameras are off, but word spreads quickly that the pound-for-pound star is poking his head into the gym, perhaps trading rounds with sparring partners, offering pointers, sharing his mindset. For Davis, the undefeated champion known for explosive power and southpaw craft, the presence of Crawford is a statement. You're operating at elite level, both in skill and in mindset. Whether he rolled through mitts, ran rounds, or simply observed, the visit underscores a shift from Davis's solo grind to a wider affiliation with boxing's upper echelon. It also raises questions. Is it mentorship?
First off, don't watch Tank. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? You support it, then what you doing? You can't not support and support at the same time, right? So if you're a boxing purist, then this fight with Roach is really more for you. It's going to be more up your alley, If you just like all entertainment, all fights, all hypes, all everything, then you're going to want to tune in to the Tank and Paul show there, because that's all for entertainment. For entertainment purposes only, right? It should say like somewhere in the small print of the promotion. For entertainment, don't do this at home, kids.
Disclaimer.
Yeah, disclaimer. For entertainment purposes only, So, it's money-making.
Is it message sending? Is it simply networking at the highest level? Asterisk experience in Fusion. Crawford's ring IQ, his mastery of angles, feints, defense and timing, bring a dimension that has all but been missing in discussions of Davis's opponent pathway. Perspective expanding for Davis, who has often faced opponents significantly smaller or less polished. Spending even a session with a veteran of multiple weight classes sharpens his edge. Mental calibration. Championships aren't won purely in the gym, but through mindset. Crawford walking in says, "This is serious." Embolic alignment. Davis hosting or aligning with Crawford elevates his status. It is a message to his opponent, in this case Jake Paul.
Probably weigh around 215 pounds in the ring. That means there's a sort of a 60 to 70 pound difference between the two men
in the ring on fight night, which is absolutely enormous. There are weight classes for a reason in boxing, and this is the sort of thing that is typically not allowed or permitted. And like I said in my intro, it goes to the heart of that key question in boxing, which is how big is too big? It's the reason that the pound for pound list exists, where we kind of imagine if everybody was the same size, who's the best, who's number one? And it's a debate that rages on and on and on. And so when I see a fight like this, I think the hardcore boxing fans, generally speaking, have felt frustrated by it. Yes, because we want Gervonta Davis as part of the actual sport, competing for world titles against the other elite guys in his weight class, but also because if he gets...
And to the world, I've got allies at the top of the sport. Set for November 14th, 2025, the fight between Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis will be one of the biggest spectacles in boxing this year. Paul, the YouTuber turned fighter, carries size, reach and years of physical growth into the ring. Davis, undefeated, explosive, a lightweight champion, stands drastically undersized in comparison. Crawford himself has questioned the legitimacy of the match. I don't think it's a real fight. Jake is too big, and if he connects it could be over quickly. Crawford has said mismatch, size, weight, power, coupled with Davis's elite boxing skill, gives the bout dual narratives. On one hand, yes, this could be a masterclass by Davis. On the other hand,
has been that bigger guy, thinking that I'll just bully him. Jab, slip, liver shot, sent me down real nicely. Size helped until it didn't. All I'm saying is, let's not dismiss something because it looks weird. Many fights get decided by the details. Feet before fists, timing before muscle, discipline before clout. Look, Tank wins if he stays Tank. He's built on patience, traps, explosive counters. That's hell for a tall guy.
Boxing, one punch from a bigger fighter can change everything. Despite the camp visit narrative, Crawford hasn't held back in his public commentary on the fight. He has been dismissive of the matchup's legitimacy, calling it a spectacle rather than a true contest. If Jake lands one good punch on Tank, it's over with, Crawford warned. Yet at the same time, he's praised Davis's talent, explosive, accurate, dangerous. But then tempered the praise with critique. Faced the top elite fighters in his division, Crawford has said so. The visit/training story carries a subtle irony. Crawford publicly expresses concern over Davis's path, yet at the same time, he steps into his world. It's a complex dance of respect, rivalry and strategic optics. A win over a world champion boxer like Davis vaults him even further into mainstream crossover.
In November, I think, wasn't I the one that broke Jake Paul against Gervonta Davis 6 months ago or something? I knew that they'd agree that deal. I didn't know they were about to announce it then, but I did know that they'd agreed that deal previously. So I don't like it, if I'm honest. I mean, I think we need to really differentiate between boxing and an entertainment concept, and that's what that is. It's a freak show. It's entertainment. It's a lightweight fighting a cruiserweight. You know, with, I don't know, is it bigger gloves and...
over fame. The size, the story, the event atmosphere all contribute. A loss? It still may be lucrative, but the stigma of losing to a smaller, technically superior fighter would linger. While he's not fighting Paul or Davis, at least not in this event, his involvement, real or symbolic, solidifies his height as a cornerstone of contemporary boxing narratives. His commentary and positioning allow him to maintain relevance, influence matchmaking discourse, and perhaps attract future megabouts, e.g., with Canelo Alvarez, without asterisk and behind the scenes. Crawford's visit/training session, or at least the story of it, becomes part of the folklore of the fight. Did you see Bud Crawford was in the building in the age of social media and hype?
For Tank Davis, but I think when it comes to boxing fans, there's an essence that comes with this sport, and it's an essence that hasn't been lost, unlike other sports. For an example, with football, we come from the hitting days. Yeah. Can't hit nowadays. You know what I mean? So boxing hasn't lost its essence. You know, they're trying to make it safer and all those sorts of things, but there's still this pureness to boxing.
Camp stories matter as much as punches. Gym clips, guest visits, sparring partners, each adds to the build-up. T's important again to emphasize, there is no confirmed, publicly verified account of Crawford training with Davis in a formal manner before the Paul fight.